Greetings and salutations, YouTube. This is Fragments of Memory, your armchair philosopher. Lately, the internet has been abuzz with the whole passport bro conversation. If you don't know what that is, it's men getting tired of the dating and mating scene in the United States, and they want to find a bride from another culture, where hopefully that bride in that other culture, that woman in that other culture is going to be more submissive, cooperative, and not as problematic as the Western American woman is. This conversation has been had in the so-called manosphere, both the black and the white side of things, especially within the black manosphere. Now, for me, here's how I look at the passport bro movement. It shouldn't be a movement. If you are unhappy with the conditions of the dating scene in the United States, or you feel that the American-born and educated black woman is just completely incorrigible and difficult to deal with, I say by all means get your passport. By all means look other places. But in doing so, keep the American black woman's name out of your mouth. I say this is someone that has my criticisms of the American black woman. But in spite of my criticisms, I do not believe you have to throw someone else under the bus in order to find happiness. You can just get your passport, do the things you need to do to go to another country. But let me caution you, not that I've dealt with someone of another culture, or dated someone of another culture, or made it with someone of another culture, but there's a quote by a guy named Robert Holden, and I have the quote right here. I have a little notebook that I write my quotes in and other stuff. So once I find the page, we'll be cooking with gas, as they say. So what the quote says is, beware of destination addiction, a preoccupation with the idea that happiness is in the next place, the next job, and with the next partner. Until you give up the idea that happiness is somewhere else, it will never be where you are. And again, that quote was read by Robert Holden. Google him at your leisure if you so wish to do. If you so wish. But I'm going to say this. I believe what you're going to do is you're going to bring problems from one situation, or no. Mark Manson, the author of a book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Duck, but he used the letter F instead of duck. So anyway, in his essays and blogs that I read, one of the things he talks about is when you pick a partner, you pick a problem. You pick the problems that are associated with that person. So that's something you need to be mindful of when you're saying, I'm going to get my passport and go somewhere else, is that all you're doing is exchanging one set of problems for another. And at least with the American black woman, she was someone that was raised in the United States culture, where the other woman you go to, whether she's Malaysian or Filipina or Guatemalan or Salvadorian or Cambodian or Cameroonian or Zimbabwean or Eritrean, you're gonna run into the cultural baggage and difficulties over there. Because remember, there's no such thing as a one-sided coin. There's two sides to every person. There's a good side and there's a bad side. And when it comes to dealing with other people, you're going to get the good of them and the bad of them as well. Now, in the Islamic religion, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, instructed his followers that when they're about to consummate their marriage with their wife, they're to make a dua, which is an Arabic word for supplication. And that is to supplicate to God, basically saying, hey, God, with this woman that I'm married to, give me all the good of her. but I seek refuge in you from the evil that is in her. And it's, to me, that's a reminder that for every positive attribute of someone, you're also going to get the downside. So you may be abandoning one set of downsides and going into another set of downsides. So the passport bro movement to me is just the black woman divesting from Blackistan part 2. That's all it really is. And back then I was even saying, hey, keep the black man's name out of your mouth. If you're going to go to another person, another race, shut up, don't say nothing, and then go over to the other people. But keep in mind, you're going to have to deal with whatever happens with those other people. And I say this for the passport bros as well. This shouldn't be a movement. And the people been out of shape about them doing what they're doing. It's not your business at this point. From my thing, if you're a woman and you have issues with what the passport bros are saying, all I would tell you is think of it in this fashion. It's just one less undesirable individual that you don't have to deal with anymore. If you find him, that brother or that individual, to be so egregious that he's gonna go elsewhere, don't waste your time or breath even responding or commenting on it. That's all I'm saying. There shouldn't be a movement. There shouldn't even really be a conversation, even though there is. But I look at it like this. If you like someone, just go be with them. And when you get with that person, just know you're going to have to deal with everything that comes with that person. The good, the bad, the sweet, the sour, the perfume, and the prick. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my 2 cents on this whole passport bro matter. What are your thoughts on the matter? Comment below. Have a good one.